Hello, Fresh Start fam. Welcome back to my channel. My name is April and this is April's Fresh Start Budgets. So today we are going to do two things. We are going to go over our 2024 goals. We're going to talk about, did we hit the goals? If we did, what keys did we use to achieve that success? If we did not, why not? And then we're going to go and I will show you our goals for 2025, and they look a little different from what they did in 2024. We're also going to go over our 2025 budget. Some categories are being combined, some are being separated, some things are being completely eliminated. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with our 2024 goals. We had 4 main goals, and then each main goal had some action steps in there. So our first goal was to save $2,400 in our emergency fund. We were able to accomplish that between January and September, so we were able to finish that challenge up early. It was awesome. I absolutely love that. And then we were actually able to start on our emergency fund goal for 2025 a little early. The action steps that we used to achieve that goal were savings challenges, which obviously very much so worked. Weekly budget check-ins, which we did quite often, or at least I very much did them personally. Maybe I didn't share them all with you guys. And then stay in budget on larger expenses, and we were able to do that. Our goal number 3, so you know what, let me do this. I'm gonna put a green check mark when we achieved it. That way I know in the future when I look at this that I did it. All right, number 2 goal was to stay in budget on groceries. We did really well on that this year. The action steps on that were to meal prep, learn to love leftovers, and grow what we can. I did not really do much of a garden this year. That was actually awful. I did not do that. I think I grew maybe 1 cucumber and that was it. Learning to love leftovers, I did pretty well. My husband and my oldest son both love leftovers and they take them to work every day. We did come up with a meal prep plan that was actually inspired by my youngest son's school menu. And I think I'm going to share that in another video, but it's actually been really working for us. We've been doing it for about 3 months now. It's super simple and easy to follow, and I think anybody could do it. So I think I'm going to share that in another video, but that has really helped us to stay on budget with our groceries. So that particular goal is going to get a green check mark. All right, goal number 3 was to move more. I wanted to do daily walks, close my apple rings, and wake up earlier to work out. Well, I don't do daily walks. I did them for a while, especially while Junior was doing cross country. I was walking all the time. Like, he was at cross country for an hour and a half. They would do stretches. They would do like group runs and that type of stuff. And the entire time that he was doing it, I was walking. So during that season, I was moving a lot, and that was great. I have, in the last probably 2 months, kind of fallen off the bandwagon on that. I definitely do not wake up earlier to work out. I did that for a period of time, but I have fallen off the bandwagon on that, and I'm not doing it. Closing my apple rings, I do pretty okay on that, but like I said, the last 2 months, I've not done so great. So I'm gonna leave that one as kind of a meh, because some periods of time I did and some periods of time I didn't. So Junior this coming year wants to do track and cross country, and I'm really looking forward to that because that will be more times that I'll be able to get out and walk. So I'm not going to green check mark that one because I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but we did okay. All right, then goal number 4 was mental health, and the action steps for that one was to do reading challenges. My reading challenge for 2024 was to read 24 books in 2024, and that was 2 books a month. I actually was able to read 41 books a month. One of them is a book that I read with Junior, so it's a kid book. So technically I read 40 adult books in the 2024, so that was awesome. Bible study, prayer, and more involved with church. I was able to do that one, and Junior is making his first communion. We are Catholic, so he's going to make his first communion and reconciliation in 2025. So I'm pretty sure that that'll be able to keep up there as well. And then get back into therapy. Personally, I did not do that. I didn't even really look into somebody that was covered under my insurance, but I would say for the most part, everything here is good. So I'm gonna give that one a green check mark because I really feel like I'm in a good place and doing really well in this category. So I would say 2024, as far as goals, was very successful. So now let's look at 2025's goals. Okay, our goals for 2025. We want to add $4,000 to our emergency fund. As I stated, we already started that in September when we wrapped up the 2024 emergency fund. So now we're adding to that. And the ways we're going to do that are very similar to 2024 action steps with savings challenges, weekly budget check-ins, and tracking all expenses, and then staying in budget. Liz and Les has a sticker out that says that's not in my budget right now, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That is something that we need to get used to saying is it's not that I can't do it or that I don't want to do it. It's just not in my budget right now. It's not a priority in my budget right now. And that doesn't mean that it'll never happen. It just means that my priority right now is getting this emergency fund in place. And that's not in my budget right now can be the equivalent of this is the priority, not this other thing that's not in my budget. So I think that's a really good saying. That's a quote that I keep near me at all times. All right. Goal 2 is going to be some personal growth. This one is going to look very similar to the mental health category that we had this year. Reading challenge. Again, I would like to do a reading challenge. I'm not going to say that I could do 40 books because there's some other goals here that I would like to get into, but I would like to do the 24 books or do some sort of reading challenge. Action step number 2 would be, again, to do those daily walks. I know that helps a lot with my mental clarity, so I would like to do that. And action step number 3 is to track my food intake. I do that in my phone. I have an app called Lose It, and it just helps me with staying on track of everything, making sure that I have all the nutrients that I need on a daily basis to fuel my body for the energy that I need to do everything that I want to do. All right, goal number 3, personal growth. Action steps professional growth. Action steps would be continue to do YouTube. Could I get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2025? I don't know. That is a lofty goal. It's almost double what I have now, but it would be something that I would really like to do. Then next action step number 2, it is kind of hidden in there. It's look into side hustle. So 2 of the things that I really enjoy, I like YouTube and I really like, obviously, traveling. So my husband has been telling me with my extreme organizational skills and everything that I would make a really good travel agent. I love travel. I love helping people look into travel and places they can go and how much it'll cost and that type of stuff. So that's something I'm considering. Although one of the things that I don't think I would do very well in that department is it takes a lot of self-promotion and like selling yourself to people that you could be the one to book their travel. And I don't tend to do that very well. I am more of the, like on the introvert side, I'm usually quiet. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not into having 5,000 friends on Facebook. Literally everybody in my Facebook is somebody that I know in real life, or maybe that I've met on this YouTube budgeting community. But yeah, I'm not into like that huge, I'm not a big promoter, social influencer, anything like that. So that kind of worries me. But it is something I would like to look into. I love pricing out trips. I love helping people find deals on trips. I love planning trips for people and myself and that type of stuff. So that was an option that I looked into. The other thing I thought about doing was, since I absolutely do love YouTube so much, is to make another YouTube channel that would be all about travel. And then maybe that would be something that I could do as well. So I want to look into some sort of other side hustle that involves my passion of travel, along with keeping things in budget and helping people, make memories through travel, that type of stuff. My other action step for professional growth would be to hit 1,000 sales on Etsy. When I wrote these goals out on December 29th, I had 665 sales on Etsy. So I'm pretty sure if I could come up with a couple decent Etsy items in 2025, I could hit that. But again, that is a good goal that I would like to get for myself in 2025. The last one is to invest more. And I know it sounds weird to call it invest more, but it's actually, I look at investing as any time, energy, money that you put into something, you will get a lot of growth out of it. So I want to invest in travel more. And I have here buddy passes. So my sister is actually a flight attendant, and my father is in Florida, as I told you guys. He is having a couple surgeries this year, possibly, and he is actually looking at buying a new house. So my sister put me on her buddy pass for 2025 so that I could fly down there with her or by myself if need be to help my dad out, either with his surgeries, with his new home, etc. And one of the things that we talked about was once, dad was past the surgeries and past in his new place, wouldn't it be fun if we could go on a sister trip somewhere? Definitely international. We would like to either go Ireland, Germany, that type of stuff. So definitely would like to travel more with my sister. That's more investing in travel, going places. And that leads into number 2, investing in relationships more, time with loved ones. Again, my sister and I both love to travel, and we bond over that. I would like to be there for my dad during his possible surgeries and relocating his house. And then, my sons, my husband, that type of stuff. I want to invest in relationships more. And then action step number 3 is invest in the future more. And that is financial. So that's Acorn, Stash, Robinhood, my retirement, those type of things. So investing financially, investing in relationships, and investing in travel, which again, I love travel. So investing in travel is an investment in my mental health because I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So that is the goals that I have for 2025. Now let me show you our 2025 budget. Okay, this is our budget for 2025. Let me get one of my little pens here. So our mortgage is $1,100 a month. That actually has not changed since 2024. We did get one of those escrow analysis done, and our payment did go up a little bit, but this was actually a number that we paid, we rounded up. So our payment in 2024 was actually like $1,076, and we rounded up to $1,100 every month, and we do pay that bi-weekly, so we paid $550 bi-weekly. Our payment for 2025 is, I believe, $1,096, so we are still rounding up to the $1,100, and we will still pay that bi-weekly in $550 increments. Our groceries, we are able to keep that on budget for 2025. That's the same that it was in 2024. Part of the reason why we're able to keep that in budget without having it go up, number 1, is we did a quarter cow in 2024. And with that purchase, we weren't buying meat so frequently. So we were able to cut some of our grocery budget there because we were able to buy that at a great discount from a local butcher. And they offer free delivery, processing, everything. So it was really awesome. So I think we're going to keep doing that in 2025. Dining and entertainment. So this category in 2024 was $450 a month. So it's going up significantly in 2025. The reason for that is 2 things. Number 1, we usually get our season passes to Cedar Point, the local amusement park, but we did not do that for 2025. We're taking a year off. We've had those passes since Junior was under the age of 2, I believe, or about 2. So we decided to just take a year off and do some other things around town. So we need more money to be able to do some of those other things like, zoos and beaches and different amusement parks, museums, that type of stuff. So different things are going to cost money, and that's why that budget had to go up. The other reason is we did not end up we did not end up signing up Junior for any summer camp this year. He really didn't love summer camp, and we put him in 2 different ones, and he really didn't love either of them. The other thing is my husband was able to put in advance a couple of weeks off of work in the summer. So he'll be able to stay home with him. And then I plan on banking my PTO after we come home from our cruise in February and using that time to take some time off with him in the summer so that we can do things with him there as well. So we won't need as much coverage in the summer, and he's getting old enough where if I set him up on like some educational games on the computer, or if he had to do like math worksheets, he's okay and self-sufficient enough where he can go do those, or he can even do them in the office next to where I'm working, since I work from home. And then, my husband will get home. He usually gets home from work around like 12:30. And plus Junior's a little older, so he's starting to actually sleep in, which is nice. All right, utilities. So in 2024, our utilities were broken down. We had gas, electric, and water. In 2025, we're bundling those all together. They're staying about the same price-wise, but we're just bundling them all together because it's a lot easier for me categorizing everything and tracking everything to just keep it under one category there. TV and music, this is like subscription services. This is going to stay the same in 2025. We have a Spotify subscription that we like to buy for the summer when we have the pool open. So we use that. I like my Audible. And then sometimes we'll do Hulu, and my husband will do like football TV packages, that type of stuff. So that's going to stay the same in 2025 at $60 a month. Health and beauty, this one is going up a little bit. Number one, I would really like to get my hair done more frequently in 2025. In my mid 40s. So, although I don't really have a ton of grays, but it's okay. Self-care, getting my hair done, it's important. Even just a trim. The lady that I go to now, she even said, take care of your hair because it makes you feel better. When my hair is done, I do feel nicer. So even just a trim to keep the split ends away makes me feel like I'm doing something for myself. So I'm going to go get those done a little bit more regularly. So we're going to budget $120 a month for that. Clothes, that's going to stay the same at $80 a month. Our phone and internet is going to stay the same at $100 a month. Fuel is going up. It was $100 a month in 2024. However, a couple things. Number one, with Junior doing cross country, we had to go to meets that were all over town and practices. So we were driving a lot more. And since he wants to also do track, and I have been told where those meets are for track, those are a little bit of a hike away. So we decided to up the fuel budget for 2025. Investments is going to be still around $90 a month. That went up just a smidge, but again, I would like to do the investments. We do still do investments like how do I want to say it? It comes out of our paycheck automatically. So we do still do investments there. So as far as the goals that I had of investing more, we do more than what this $90 a month is. This is more like fun investing, like Stash and Acorns. The other type of stuff through like Robinhood and retirement and that type of stuff comes out of our paycheck automatically. Okay, church and charitable giving. You see that these are 2 different colors here. And in 2024, they were together and it was $110 a month. So we're bumping this up to, if you combine these, to $210 a month. So they're going up $100 a month. However, I'm separating them out. So I like to do a lot of spontaneous charitable giving. Like if I see a post online from a dog rescue that says we desperately need this because we got a litter of puppies in, or there is an organization here that takes care of children in need that will post something like, okay, we have X number of kids, we need these items. I would like to be able to, on the spot, send money if I need to, or give things to that. And I found myself in 2024 being very cautious about what I would do charitable giving wise, unless I had checked my budget binder to make sure that it wouldn't interfere with my church envelopes. So we do envelopes in church every Sunday, And I wanted to make sure that I had the money for those church envelopes. So sometimes I would find myself limiting the amount of charitable giving that I would do. So that is why I'm splitting them up. And I want to, number one, we are upping the amount that we give to church a little bit because they're trying to build a new church building. And we are upping the charitable giving that we do because obviously that means a lot to us to give back. So if we're able to do cruises, we're able to give more. So that is something that, you know, number one, this category is now split up, and that way I can mentally know that I have money to do the charitable giving that I want to without interfering with our church envelopes, if that makes sense. Christmas in 2025 is going to be 130. In 2024, it was actually 150. So it is coming down a little bit. Part of the reason for that is that we don't do up the house as big as we used to. Number two, we are getting more comfortable with not having to fill as many items as we needed or wanted in the past. So in the past, I felt like we were just buying things just so that there was more to open, when now it's more like purposeful, like you need this, so I'm going to buy it for you, versus, oh, I think you might like this, so here you go. You know what I mean? Not necessarily even needs, but like, okay, you want this thing, so we're going to give this to you, versus, maybe you like it, here you go, it's something else to open, that type of stuff. Also, one of the things that I have gotten used to is, I also never, when Junior was young and my oldest was young, I never gave them like clothes for Christmas. I would often give them like clothes throughout the year, just put them in their closets. But I'm getting better at, you know, now that they're older and doesn't need to all be about toys, about gifting them clothes as part of their Christmas gift. That way they still have stuff to open, but you know, it's not all 100% toys. Sometimes it's things you need, like a new school sweater or socks or underwear, or all those types of things. So some of those items can come out of the clothes budget, or I can use the clothes budget to get the things and then save them to give them as Christmas budget or Christmas presents. So birthday is also going to go down about $20. Junior is now old enough to understand that, you know, we can do either a big birthday party or we can do a nice present for you. We can't often do both. And if we have a birthday party, we can't invite all 65 kids in your class to that birthday party and still keep it, you know, under $500 or under $1,000 or whatever. So Junior's getting better at understanding that this is what the budget allows for, and he's often choosing, you know, okay, I'll have one or two of my close friends over, versus, okay, I need the whole class to come and we have to get a big haul and do it up type of thing. So that is why that budget is going a little bit further down, is because we don't need to have huge blowout parties that involve people that we're not necessarily super close to, if that makes sense. Kids, that's staying at 200. Junior, like I said, does chess club. He also does cross country, and he's going to do track in the spring. So that's got to stay at 200 to be able to cover all those things, plus all of his back to school needs. Tuition is actually going to go down a smidge in 2025. We will continue to budget what we are doing for his 2025-2026 school year tuition. But then I think we have enough in his 529 to actually drop the budget just a little bit in 2025 for the following school year. So I think we're going to drop that just a little bit and see how that works out for us. The home and auto improvement department is going to stay at 500. Vacations is going to stay at 300. So like I said, the vacation for February is fully funded. However, in this vacation, I would also say this is travel. So like I said, if I need to go visit my dad in Florida because of a surgery or relocating his house, or me and my sister decide to fly to Germany for the day, that type of stuff, that any expenses that come related to those items would come out of the vacation budget or like travel budget. So that's why that number is going to stay right there as well. Plus, I would also like to do maybe a quick little getaway with Junior in the summer when he's on summer break. I think that would be a lot of fun. Car insurance is going to stay at, or actually getting dropped down from 100 to 80. We changed who our carrier was in 2024. So we were able to find a cheaper carrier, which is nice. And so we're going to able to drop that amount down there. Pets are going to stay at 80. We have older dogs. My one big black lab is 12 now. So, you know, she's got some hip and joint issues. So we need to keep this pet money up, maybe even up it a little bit more in 2026 to account for that. New phone is going to stay at $80 a month for 2025. My husband is in, well, I wouldn't say desperate need, but he's getting pretty close to needing a new phone. So we would be able to hopefully pay cash for whatever he chooses to get. New car, neither of us need new cars right now or anytime soon, but we both have older cars. Even though I work from home, like I said, I drive a lot for Junior's cross-country events and track events. And my car's a 2015. My husband's is a 2016. We love the fact that they are completely paid off and they do not take a lot of money to maintain. So we are in no urgent need to replace them anytime soon. However, we do know that it's inevitable. We're probably going to need a new car since we are only, like I said, in our mid 40s. We're probably going to need a new car someday. So hopefully we can have a pretty good amount there to be able to either put down a significant down payment, or maybe if we can push it and up this amount in the future, we'll be able to pay cash for something, because that would be awesome. We did that one time for my husband when my husband bought a truck, and that was a really good feeling to just be able to pay off the car like right away. When my husband bought his car, he bought his car, and then within I think 6 months we were able to pay it off. So that was really fun too. But yeah, I don't do car payments. I don't want a car payment. Car payments now are just astronomically expensive. So hopefully we can save for a new car the slow and steady way. And then emergency fund, $260 a month. That is the goal in order to put $65 a week into our emergency fund. So our total monthly budget for 2025 is $5,800 a month. My husband and I get paid bi-weekly, and they are different weeks. So it's nice because one week I'm getting a paycheck, the next week my husband's getting a paycheck, the week after that I'm getting another one, and the week after that he's getting another one. So every week one of us is getting paid. So that's really nice. This budget has gone up a little bit. I believe we were at like 5,000 or 5,500, something like that in 2024. So the budget is going up in 2025, but a lot of the categories are staying the same. If you have any questions about what our monthly budget is, I do not create a monthly budget every month. I create one budget, and that is what my budget is for the year. But I can take into account things like Christmas and birthdays, and, you know, I don't need to, things like my car registration. I know some people would say, okay, well, that's due in April, so I'll save for it in March. I just add a little bit more money into my home and auto category, maybe $5 a month, and I save for that all year round. So that's how I do things. If you guys prefer to make a new budget every month, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I've been personally budgeting for about 20 some years. So I'm good with having one budget for the year and just kind of putting it into place every month, if that makes sense. Editing April here to add one more thing. Oh, one thing that I totally forgot to mention to you guys. Okay, so the reason why these items, and you may not be able to see it super well, but the reason why these items are in blue versus these items that are in black, these items are bills and these items are sinking funds. So bills are things that come in and out of our checking account every month, multiple times a month. Sinking funds are more like long term. So obviously Christmas, I'll save for it every month, but I won't need the money until Christmas time. Charitable giving, I'll save for it every month, but maybe I'll only need the money 3 or 4 or 5 times a year. Birthdays, my birthday's in April, my oldest son's is in May, my husband's in May. My other son is in October, and then I have nieces and nephews occasionally, but I don't need the money all the time. Kids, like I said, cross country is in fall. Track is in spring, and then he does chess club twice a year. Tuition, save for it every month, but pay the bill in April, that type of stuff. So these are sinking funds, and I wanted to show you guys this. I made this card up just so you guys could see and I could see too. So our sinking funds total $2,160 per month, and sinking funds are how I play savings challenges. The money that I use for savings challenges comes from these sinking funds. And so how I get the money for my videos is this $2,160 per month. I'll do $150 a week or $600 per month in Monday videos. And the Monday videos will be Santa All Year Long. That is my Christmas savings book, and yearly challenges. So I have a binder. Let me go and show it to you guys actually. I'm pretty excited about this new binder. This is the new binder that we'll be using. This is the Santa All Year Long challenge. Then we have the 2025 Save with Judy, $5 a week. And here's the envelope for it. We have the cutest year-long savings challenge. This is from Ren over at Mischief Managed Budgets. Every month we have a scratch off card that saves $65, and there are multiple scratches on here. So this is the January one. And then moving right along to another January one. This is from my set of freebies from Budget Miss, but these are available in the Etsy shop. And these are minis, and it is, instead of a 2025 in 2025, it is 225 in 2025. So again, this is a whole set of micros for 2025 to save 225, of course, across the whole year. Then we have this one from Allie Bear Budgets, and I thought this one was really neat. So you know how A is the first letter of the alphabet, Z is the 26th letter of the alphabet. So each letter corresponding to the month here has their number underneath it. So Y is the 25th letter of the alphabet. So we will save according to the word. That'll have the number underneath there. And if it's too high budget for me for that month, I could combine like the 2 and the 5 and save $7 for the Y, or I can combine the 1 and the 8 for the 18 in R and save $9. And then we have the 2025 challenge from Danny over at Craft Co. Budgets. This is a set that she came out with, and it was a freebie for a thank you for hitting I believe it was 1,000 subscribers, or maybe it was monetization. I'm not 100% sure, but it was absolutely, I don't remember because I downloaded it like a month and a half ago, but it was absolutely beautiful, and I printed it and I laminated it and I added the stickers. So of course I added it in here. And then of course I had to do the D Plans and Budgets 2025 set as well. So this was her January challenge. And then I have my January challenge from my Etsy shop set. Each month there is a total of $60. So this is the January one. And this one is from Jessie Budgets. And these are cute. They are super low denomination, so they're absolutely easy for any budget. And each month there is a floral theme. So I thought that was absolutely beautiful. This is the January one here. So that is the monthly budget that we will be doing and the binder that we'll be working on Mondays. And we'll be doing about, like I said, $150 a week or $600 a month into that. And then on Wednesdays, we'll be doing $100 a week, $400 a month, and that's our Game and Save videos with Junior. On Thursdays, we'll do $30 a week. That's $120 a month about, and that is the 30 Thursdays, and we will hopefully be doing our budget breakdowns again. I got out of doing those in October, but hopefully we'll be able to get back into them. And then $260 a week or $1,040 a month will go in our Savings Challenge Saturday videos. And that will be things like emergency fund, tuition, and other things. So these are the breakdowns of the videos that all add up to $2,160 per month in sinking funds. And that's what these categories are for. So once we complete all of the savings challenges for the month, we will allocate them into these savings challenges or these sinking funds right here. All right, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Again, if you have any questions, please comment down below, but just know I am not a financial advisor by any means. This is just what's worked for my family. So if it's worked for me, maybe somebody out there will see this and think that it would work for them. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me in 2024. And here is to an amazing 2025. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.